some of the closest. Ow! I've been so fucked with enough to where I'm gullible as fuck, and people fuck with me at work even now, and I'm gullible as fuck. Like it's hard enough when I have all these people telling me multiple things. So I don't really. That's when I kind of gave up and said, "Fuck it, I'm done moderating babies." Like this is like I'm not here for that. I'm here for fun and I'm here for gaming. That's also kind of I didn't want that to ruin my time coming back to Twitch either.
Well, I don't
Because
blame you there.
fucking work is a pain. And
Oh
I'm
boy. Well,
and I'm really trying to save up for a future relationship, which I have
Jesus,
potential
sniping.
I have potential feelings that are far stronger than I've felt for a person who's new. I mean, I've dated her for almost a year, but still, like, my feelings are as strong as my actual feelings for a woman I've actually spent that time with. And that says something about it. I don't know why. I just don't want to fight here. That's why I was holding back. Ow.
I was kind of hoping to kill the snipers, but she had her back turned.
Yeah. I was hoping that
Without
too,
the
also.
sniper, she wouldn't be so bad. Did you die too?
I did. I didn't really help much, though, either way, so I'm sorry for that. I
No,
was
you're
trying
good.
to I was trying to hope that they would fucking follow you back, but no, the snipers and her got me.
one thing I remember, I used to play Pokemon Go a lot back in the day, and oh my god, the amount of spoofers in that game was unbelievable.
Oh, the amount of cheaters on Pokemon.
Like they would
Pokemon in
I
general.
I play hardcore Pokemon Go. I am level 49. I took a small break ago because when it first came out, I became a hipster. All the fuckers that made fun of me for playing Pokemon in middle school, high school, came
I'll
out of
play
the
it.
woodworks with the whole, yeah, like, oh, Irving, what's this, what's that? I was like, no, fuck you guys. And then when I went back to college, the guys there got me back into playing it. And in my area, there's a lot of Mystic spoofers. And when I got back into it, I'm like, why is nobody fighting against these spoofers? So I started fighting against them. And thanks to that, I leveled up quite quickly, and I became known as the spoofer killer. If somebody was spoofing the area, I will go after them and pretty much fight them until their what is it, their time limit right now. Because when they
oh,
spoof, I think they have an hour of spoofing, unless they have this chance of getting their accounts, what is it, banned?
well, the
Land.
way they would do it is like they would register where you're logging in at and where your next spot would be. Like if I would normally would play in Pennsylvania and with an hour time I just jumped to Texas, that would be a huge red flag that would be set off to them because of the distance I'm traveling is physically impossible by time. So that's how they were kind of like putting those ethics into their game to try to stop the spoofing. So people couldn't just like jump to like place to place to place to place to place to place so quick because if you do that, it's gonna set off all the triggers and if they even hesitate to think that you're cheating, they will ban your whole account and take everything. Oh yeah, they did not play around with that shit at all. But you said you play Pokemon Go, right?
I don't.
Yep, I'm one level away from being max.
Okay, tell me what you think of this, okay? Within 37 legendary raids, okay? Ready?
Yeah.
Perfect IV, hell yeah. Actually, hold on. Actually, I'm gonna pull this up on my phone. I don't want to mess this up because I was so proud of this one.
Oh no, my controller finally died. I forgot all about it. Do I have consent and Angel's permission? Well, I don't want to fuck my controller then.
Oh, I know that when it comes to raids and go, it's just pure RNG.
Yeah, within 36 legendary raids, I got a full perfect IV Palkia and a perfect shiny Groudon.
Bad Groudon.
Yes, I know. Freaking what is it? The last raid for
God damn, I got
for
amply
for
fucked
the
by all of them. Hi, that was fast. Sorry.
no, you're good. From the what is it? The fusion. Fuck, bro. What's the name of that one psychic Pokemon from Sun and Moon that confused with the box legendaries with the lion and the bat?
Alright, with you.
Fucking, I know of Solgaleo and whatnot, but what they,
It's a psychic type. It looks
yeah,
like a black Necromance, or whatever it's called.
yes, Necrozma, yeah.
Yeah, the cross them out. There was a raid for it where my friend hooked me up. He's my sugar daddy, and he gave me the ticket for the raid day. We get like I think like extra like 8 raid passes. And we, since you fought the fusion form, so once you defeat him, you caught the regular one without being fused. Everybody apart from me, I didn't get it, but everybody else got a perfect one. But at least I got 3 shinies out of it.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't play Go because I'm not outgoing, but I played Pokemon, and I got a slew of shinies, and I RNG'd on Heart Gold, which is a remake of Gold and Silver. There was a program I used that allowed me to determine the seed. Now, what the seed means is not semen, but
Oh,
I mean, in some way it is. But what the seed means is it's the amount of frames you need to advance to reach a certain mark. Now, I would register certain RNG strings that would have IV stats with a nature that goes toward what I want. So for Mewtwo, I would focus special attack, and I would go for the highest 31 in each of those, like his best stats that he could have, and have that nature that matches. And say it needed a seed of like 10, I would need to call Elm 9 times, Professor Elm, 9 times. When you use the phone in Gen 2 or Gen 4, it advances a frame by 1. And then running into a static Pokemon, such as an event or a legendary like that advances a frame by 1. So if you want Mewtwo by frame 10, you would have to call Elm 9 times and run into Mewtwo and boom, shiny. So I did that for every Heart Gold legendary, from Mewtwo to Darkrai, Deoxys, not Deoxys, to the birds, Articuno, Moltres, Zapdos, to Palkia, Giratina. I have my own versions of them too, not just the
Oh wait,
shiny events.
before I go down this
Yeah.
way, do you want to go back and get back
Lugia.
your souls?
Yeah, let's do that. And Ho-Oh, Lugia, I got all of them, like, a legit way as well. Groudon, Rayquaza, Kyogre, I got all of them. Heart Gold has a shit ton of legendaries.
I remember
Then,
back in the day when I used to play a lot from my Pokemon like advance and stuff. You could remember how you can
Where
go
did you
into
die?
like pretty much the healthcare place with Nurse Joy and you go to like the PC and
Pokemon Center.
you were actually able to go on to like the marketplace and trade Pokemon.
Poke
One of the most rarest and hardest Pokemon to trade and get on there was a Ho-Oh.
I never looked for him.
Like anyone and everybody on that whole freaking marketplace just wanted Ho-Ohs. And like they would give up anything and everything just to trade off for an Ho-Oh.
To be fair, I with me having some of the games myself, I was able to actually get some legendaries by trading other legends, because I've had enough of them through over playthroughs. So I was able to pump off my bullshits for some legendaries I needed. But I've also, for events that I stopped going to because later games like Sun and Moon and all that, and maybe a good portion of the new ones like BDSP, definitely Scarlet Violet, Sword and Moon, I've bought some online.
Were you able to get your souls back?
Not yet, I think. Wait, no, I don't see them now. Hold on. They go. They were on the map a moment ago.
Alright, so you like legit marketplace for the Pokemon.
Some of them. I
Did
don't. I haven't.
did
I
you
didn't
die
buy a
around here or
lot.
did you die somewhere else?
I thought it was up ahead. It was on the map. It was somewhere near an ambush around here, I think. I don't remember. I just know I just got ambushed. Gimme. Trial bullet. I don't want that. But no, I don't want to miss it either. See it now. Unless I.
How many souls do you have right now?
1,000. Doesn't really matter. Either way.
For the one time I was playing Pokemon Go like, years ago with my ex, I remember they came out with a Shinx a day event for it.
Really day.
64 raids and not a single shiny. I tried my heart out with that thing to get a shiny. Not a single shiny after 60 some raids for that. Shinx.
Shing, yeah. Fucking Arceus. I have enough Shinx for that line twice. Nearly both genders. And I've caught more than 2 of each. And I've just given them away because I needed the space. Like, I didn't give them away to people, but I threw them out. Like, erased them.
Bro, you know
And
what I
Arceus.
just noticed? We don't have Lewis with us.
Yeah, it's not really a thing I often leave. Damn, you just got there. It's not a thing. Having AI is not a thing I'm normally averse to be honest.
Said AI?
Are the AI characters. You can bring AI summons in these games.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about some like an actual person at first.
Oh, no. Souls usually has. This game isn't made by the same people, but Dark Souls has quest lines usually tied to NPCs that you talk to in the actual games world. But when you summon, they technically are in your world, but not physically. Which is why when they die, they don't die in their own like game. They don't actually. Weird lore, but yeah. So that's why. But then you would either bring that said NPC for continuing his quest line enough. He usually has a summon for a boss fight or a certain NPC fight, and it usually involves killing it while they're alive, and then you talking to them out, and then whatever, and then doing another thing. And then they give you usually their outfit and weapon or whatever. Oh,
Damn, I got knocked.
so did I. We both did. I was trying to knock her
Oh,
up.
all I see is my ass and I see head below my ass. I'm like, oh, there he goes too.
Yeah, I got. She back swung me. Wait, did she hit you with that hit and that same hit?
I think so. So I was
Yeah,
trying to go after the third sniper.
Yeah, I got back swung. So if you die by that axe swing, then so did I. I was not expecting that. I tried rolling and fucked myself. Yeah,
Not
be honest,
not gonna lie. Even
I'm not
though
used to
we're
this game's
dying,
iframes. Yeah,
I'm enjoying
having
it.
fun. I'm having fun, but I'm not. I was actually when I was playing Code Vein a lot, I was not really good with the timing. I actually struggled with this game more than Souls. Not gonna lie. This area, I'm surprised it's kicking her ass though. It's kind of annoying, but I'm fine. I'm having fun with it. It's the first area. I'm surprised it's fucking us up though. But the big enemies are always a pain in the ass.
True.
I'm also talking more. Supply lift.
No, it's all good if you're talking. It's been a while since you streamed. Gotta catch up.
catch them all.
Like, yeah, but you gotta get back into the swing of things. Have you ever watched Lord of the Rings movies?
Yes. Years ago. I was not
Uh,
like the biggest fan of it, but it was something I did like somewhat. I played the Two Towers game. Also.
I think it was the Towers is like the scene when they go into the mines of Moria and Gandalf is like, I have no memory of this place.
Not that I recall it. I don't know the movie enough. But I know of the movie, and I know of Smeagol. My precious.
Well, in the
Go.
movie, like the main,
Gowling.
one of the main characters is a wizard, and they're going
Gandalf.
through like War's mine underneath the whole wall or whatever.
I know of it,
And
but I don't know specific scenes. But yes.
but Gandalf's like, I have no memory of this place whatsoever. And it's like when you pick up an old video game you haven't played in months, what it feels like.
Oh yes.
When
Same.
you're trying to figure out what was
I don't remember this area much. I probably remember some of the areas that we visit that I've been to that he may haven't seen or seen in a while, but I have not played this in a few years. And I have not beat it. I made it. I don't know how far, but I made it through a few levels, and it got pretty hard.
Damn.
Me and Irving were split up, and we got fucked. Just.
I love it when you enter a room, there's a bunch of health pots everywhere, the music starts picking up, and your excited just goes through.
That's the thing with Souls, though. It's one of the only. It's very. I don't know. That's one of the only game franchise that really got me amped to fight like after losing 100 times to it. Aside one fight in Elden Ring, that I just kind of didn't care after I beat it because I was so done with it. Well, it's Melania from Elden Ring. She has a gimmick where she not only rots your ass, which is the equivalent of toxic.
Okay.
Toxic is horrible in Souls. You know what Toxic is in Pokemon, but that's a turn-based game. Now imagine Toxic in an action game. Poison also
Hey,
exists. It's
we're
called
gonna be
Rot.
right back. The bathroom's calling me again.
Alright. It's called Rot.
Hello, toilet, my old friend.
She also has the ability to heal off your blood. Every time she hits you, she heals.
It reminds me of the Pokemon Tank or whatever. Stupid freaking cow. Pokemon hated that thing so much.
The only thing Melania doesn't have that Miltank does is roll up.
I remember I forget what old school gen game this was for Pokemon, but one of the gym leaders had like a Tank in their party.
Yep, Gen 2.
With,
Whitney. Gen 2, Whitney, Miltank, rollout.
it was so annoying
Everyone,
'cause
every kid's early game nightmare.
yeah,
For
'cause
me,
every
it was
time you
Kingdom
get
Hearts
close,
1 Ursula. Yep, go on.
'cause every time you would get that stupid Tank or whatever down to close health, the
Yes,
next move, Tank
Milk Drag.
just
Milk
transform,
Drag, yep.
yeah, and all of a sudden everything's full health. Screw you.
Not always. It depends on her health limit, the health level, but yes, it can be full health. It doesn't always, but it's also a consistent thing. The good thing about that is it can break up rollout. However, Miltank is I don't
Like, don't
really
get
know
me.
I don't know how good Miltank really is, but it is a more tankier Pokemon. As long as you I usually have a rock Pokemon to try to do the same thing or hold it off. Rock ground or whatever. I usually have
I was
Geodude.
very, very young,
Grappler.
and this was back in when Keyboard Color was the thing out and about.
Mhm.
So this is way early days. So I didn't know nothing about a lot of Pokemon.
Yeah. No. Whitney has murdered me multiple times over the years.
Honestly, I don't really know how Pokemon even is played out at all.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know how you play Pokemon, the card game or anything.
I don't know how
I've never seen
changed.
anyone.
I don't know how changed it is, but generally you would have potentially up to 6 Pokemon. 1 Pokemon in play and 5 in a bench. That's if you draw that. You have 6
Yeah,
prizes. There's prizes for each Pokemon you kill. So originally it was always 6. I don't know if it was like it was a tournament thing that had 6. I've always played it with friends as 6. I think the main base game was always 6, but you could do whatever you want. But they have prize cards, 6 of them at least. You would choose each one for any kill you'd get. And then you would have a 60 card deck. You would draw 1 card each turn, and then you have item cards that can either heal you, search your deck for cards or whatever, the yada yada. And then
yeah,
um if you were to draw energy cards, it's how you do attacks. Certain attacks will be like it'll require 1 fire energy to do a fire attack, and and instead of just outright saying like 1 damage, it says 10 because 10 HP equates to 1 HP. So if you take 10 damage in the card game, it's 1 hit point. And if a Pokemon has 3 hit points, you just gotta hit it with that attack 3 times and it's dead. Boom. First prize. And then like there's Pokemon that require multiple energies of a certain type, such as Charizard. And then and then he'll also maybe require a couple that are like colorless, because then they have a thing called colorless in that, which technically is supposed to be normal type. But you can use any energy with them. So normal type in the card game is colorless, can be used as any energy, so Rattata. But like certain Pokemon like Charizard also can use any. And you just attach, say he requires 4, which is usually the original, was 2 fire and 2 colorless. So you can attach any 4 fire or 2 fire in any other element. And then there is a double
okay.
colorless card. You would call out his attack. Certain Pokemon cards, such as the original Charizard, would discard fire energy to use that move. So you would just basically do what the card says. If it does a certain amount of damage, Charizard specifically does 120 damage. 12 hit points of damage at the cost of a certain amount of fire cards. You wouldn't be able to
Okay.
use his attack unless you put at least 2 more fire cards on him, because you cannot sacrifice a colorless card, unless specifically stated. But
Now your
then,
energy
yes.
cards, do you like only use them once, that's it? Or
Uh, the sacrifice is only every turn if the Pokemon's card power says it. Not every Pokemon's attack will sacrifice a card. So if a Pokemon just uses an attack that does 5 damage, you can use it over and over again every turn. Some
okay,
Pokemon
because I
have
don't know if you had.
huh?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I said there's Pokemon that have like Pokemon powers that allow you to do certain actions. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but a lot of your 3rd stage Pokemon had abilities, separate abilities that were active, like always active each turn or something. Like maybe it can weaken some Pokemon or something. I don't really remember any abilities off the top of my head. But yeah, generally speaking, like certain Pokemon will just do a normal attack and you won't have to sacrifice anything. There's attacks like Takedown that'll do damage to you or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, I
You
didn't
know
know
what I
if you
mean? Like
actually
yeah.
had the energy that make do the moves and everything
Yeah,
else.
no, you do.
Or
Yeah,
you're all
if
like one
so
time, that's it.
each attack requires energy. Some Pokemon require their own element. Some Pokemon require their element and a colorless. It depends. There's Pokemon that require one. The bigger attacks require more energy, and then usually
Yeah,
it's
like when you do energy.
Charizard specifically sacrifices energy.
Oh, does it? Okay. So normally when you do an attack and use energy, you do not
Get that back, no.
put that card in your graveyard. You just leave it sit
And
there.
that no, it goes. Oh, the discarded card goes to your graveyard. Yes, so you potentially can run yourself out of energy.
Ew. That's ew.
You can also potentially kill yourself with a move that hurts you. Now, and then you would draw a
Dude, you're
prize.
sharp.
I mean, yes, or takedown. There's again Pokemon abilities to evolve. If you find a Pokemon that has an evolution and you have its second or third stage, depending on the form you're in. If you're in base and you find its middle stage, such as like Charmander and Charmeleon, you would just the turn you withdraw your evolution card from your pile or get it from a card that allows you to, you can play it, but you can only evolve once per turn from what I know, what I've done. And then you just would attach the amount of energy he needs. So if you want Charmeleon, you just play Charmeleon on top of it. You would leave Charmander there, or you could move it and put it in the discard pile. That's on your preference.
Okay.
There's cards that require a coin flip. So I remember there was a Geodude that had like, it wasn't rollout, but it was like a move that allowed you to potentially just murder anything if you flipped heads constantly. I'm not kidding. It was weak, but if you just got heads, just luckily, just nonstop, dead. Everything. His attack continues until you get tails. Yeah, it's a bad card, but yes.
It's an amazing, like, stupid broken card. Once
Yeah,
actually
it can be if you have good luck, or if you know how to cheat a coin, I guess. That's why I don't like, yeah. But yeah, like a weighted coin, that's bullshit. It's still not earning it. But yeah, like generally there's a lot of luck to it as well, because you got to still have strategy in determining on what you want to use. But that's generally the gist. And then you can like switching. I believe there's an energy retreat cost for some Pokemon. Some Pokemon will have a couple or one, and some will have none. And allow you to just. I think you can do that infinitely throughout each turn, and that allows you to keep your Pokemon alive. You can heal them with item cards if you have it. Revive Pokemon, I believe there is revive cards, so you can revive some. I'm sure there is like energy retrieval cards. You can pick up energy from the discard pile. So I mean, there's things. I remember flipping coins for a Pokeball to search my deck for evolution stages a lot. And Professor Oak drawing me 7 cards and stuff like
I
that.
know how. Yeah, I kind of understand it just because that's how kind of Magic is. A little different in its own
Yeah. And then
way,
the
but
5 and then the 5 on the bench. There are Pokemon that have attacks that potentially can damage the bench. Boom.
there's
So
really Pokemon.
I don't know if there's Pokemon that can attack from your bench, but there's a Pokemon that can attack that are in play that damages your bench and or their own. Like so like Pokemon has a lot of variety. I mean, I don't know how much it's changed over the years, but this is like
I don't
the
imagine.
I've played at least up until Gen 2, early Gen 2. I actually went to Toys R Us for tournaments. And I actually won. They used to give out badges, all 8. I have all 8. I used to. I didn't anymore. I lost some. I used to have all 8 badges and the first Johto badge, the Hive, or the not Hive, Zephyr badge. Sorry, Hive badge is second badge. Zephyr badge, and or whatever I had. And then yeah, my tackle box. It's under my fucking bed. It's a big black box that has. You remember Pokemon Snap? Best Buy had
Oh,
the Best Buy had the where you could print out your stickers. My tackle box is covered in that. My decks are destroyed because it's just cards, no rubber band on them. Not that
oh,
box had nothing but decks, coins, damage counters, sleeves, just basic sleeves in it, freaking everything in it, and it was full of decks, several different decks with it was dual typing decks like fire fighting because a lot of your Pokemon they didn't really have every type, so they mixed like rock Pokemon into fighting and stuff like that. So I had a lot of your rock fighting. I remember fighting fire, which consisted of like rock and stuff like that too. And then like I remember grass psychic was one of my decks. Like I had some pretty interesting, and I actually won enough. It was fun, but I kind of stopped after my friend stopped. And then I was like, was sleeping in and kept missing days. And I was like, forget it.
I mean, the one thing I like is annoying 'cause sometimes like it's always a game chase of like meta.
And Dragon Ball
Well,
cards, I was not good at that. I lost a lot of cards I used to bet my friend with. I don't know why. There was always one Vegeta card that a friend gave me that I want that he took back and sold. but there was a couple. Dragon Ball has like Pokemon cards similar, where there's like the main character cards. They call them personality cards.
Yeah.
But there's like the really rarest version of them, or the highest form of them, which in the Cell games is one of my favorite sagas to collect the cards for before the Boo arc. Because I didn't. The Boo arc has some good cards, but I prefer like. That's what I grew up with, collecting the cards of Dragon Ball, was the Cell games and stuff like that. It's my favorite saga, one of my favorite sagas besides the Boo arc. But there's the level 5 stage character cards, like Vegeta, Cell, and them. I've never gotten. And my friend gave me one of Vegeta's, and he's my favorite character, and he took it back. I went straight up broke. I actually went broke. My mom had to bail me out of it. I went under. Buying Dragon Ball cards. Dragon Ball Super cards and Dragon Ball Z cards that are no longer in print. Dragon Ball Z cards that were what I grew up, they're no longer being made, those specific ones. So people are selling them for... Hell, don't get me started. Like, I was able to get me a couple of some of the early Saiyan Saga and Frieza Saga. Maybe one, and then a lot more of Cell, surprisingly. The Android arc was 400 for a box alone. So that's nothing. With a person who would spend, dude, I have a bad budget. I spend grands like I'm rich. That's a lot to me. When every other one's at least costing 200 or 100. I am not spending 400 for a booster box that I don't like the arc for. No.
And Magic, there are packs, just literal singular packs, going for so much more than that.
I'm sure there are, but Magic to me is useless. That's not a show. I'm not interested. It's a card game.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's
very,
not.
Very.
But Dragon Ball to me is a history because it's a manga franchise and a show that I grew up on. I generally carry the cards because I enjoy the show. I'm not going to be collecting memorabilia for no reason. Magic the Gathering, to be fair, Magic the Gathering is not a card game. I would like to collect cards because I like the art for.
See, a lot of the older artists like a lot of the better art for their cards.
Not that I care about Dragon Ball card art because it's literally the show. It's just literally the show. It's literally pictures of the show. I mean, it's not like it's unique art, not like how Pokemon is.
I feel like they should have done their own artwork.
They could have. Well, I mean, actually draw it like Akira, how Ken Sugimori does the Pokemon card art and actually makes unique, like shows off the original unique designs for cards, ones you wouldn't see in the games. That's why that's why a lot of art is weird. I like it. It's interesting.
It's really the fun one, it's different.
I mean, I still see the internet question why there's that Misty card where she's clearly naked, but no one can see it because it's a silhouette. And people care for whatever reason. It's an old card of Misty's Tears, it's called. It's just like, why do you guys care? And they had to, like, censor it or some shit. I remember, I think they censored it. Hello. Talking about cards? Pokemon cards? And crack? No, I'm kidding. And a card specifically specifically called Misty's Tears, where it's a silhouette of Misty naked holding a Staryu. Really not anything worth censoring.
I know it's stupid they do shit like that, cause like, you know how I play Yu-Gi-Oh?
Ew.
Yu-Gi-Oh's alright, my girlfriend plays it.
Dark Magician Girl, the American printing, and the Japanese card.
Oh yeah, very
One
sexy.
little line that shows that she has titties, right? In the American version, they erased that one line and shows she has a tit.
I mean, yeah, she is a cutie, but Yu-Gi-Oh got fucking Yu-Gi-Oh alone. The anime got fucking butchered.
Shit, there's also what I was gonna say. There is a there's a trap card. It's called Spy Something, and in that trap card, there's a few females that show their cleavage, right? In the American version, they covered the cleavage. It's so dumb.
It is dumb.
They just put everything. Even a lot of video games are like that too. Like they're very censored depending where you're at. Like Germany, oh my gosh. Their censorship on their war games, that is like being crimes. How much they censor that stuff.
People bitched about Stellar Blade. They slightly censored it and then they bitched again. And then brought back, then gave us another outfit, a better version of said outfit that originally wasn't censored, that is the same, just better. It's because originally it was like a bunny bikini kind of onesie thing, and now it's like just a normal, sexy red bathing suit or whatever. Like it's the same outfit, just a reskin of it with the censored part gone again. All it was is cleavage and some added fabric to her thigh area and crotch. Like, are you serious? You can see more of her crotch again. The fuck, guys? What do you want? Yes. Like Eve is hot in Stellar Blade, but it's just like, what more do you want? You already have her ass up your face constantly, and you're bitching about cleavage and some slight vag area. Cooter. Coochie. Camel toe.
Alright, she's dead.
Queen Iron. Sunset Bayonet. War. What is it good for?
Absolutely. It makes me think of Rush Hour, that song. What is it?
Makes me think of Small Soldiers.
Alright. Fat bitch is dead.
I'm Archer. We were the Gorgons.
What makes her the fat bitch?
Because she's literally fat. I don't know what else to say about her.
Well,
I mean, okay, she's a big, very, very big woman. Like, very. Her descriptor is she's got a big-ass weapon and she murders the hell out of us. I don't know. Big, ugly, purplish looking woman with just big breasts in your face. And big weapon.
Another
big
fat
weapon.
bitch.
Yeah, they're not. They also have giant pipes coming out their back. Ow! I'm also about dead, with no heals.
Heels box.
Jesus Christ, that was a bitch.
Yeah, it was.
Money.
But is there anything up here for you to pick up? I just killed a guy standing here.
Don't you love when, like, part of your body just falls asleep and it just goes numb?
Depends. Not really. Sometimes it hurts.
Yeah, my leg fell asleep.
What is this, a
I tried
Linkin
to
Park
stand
song?
up and hit. No, that was a bad idea.
Yeah, no, I don't. I get that when I play my Switch. Sometimes my hand goes numb. I can't actively control my
Yes,
character.
yes. Brett,
So I can't. When I get numb and I can't actively control my character. I don't know why that took so long. It's because I'm talking and we also are getting our ass kicked. But still, like, it really shouldn't have taken that long.
Just
And
waiting.
I guess if are we gonna continue this tomorrow, or you feel like it again?
I mean, if you're done, you're done. I'm good if you want to continue.
No, no, I'm just saying like for like I'm still gonna keep going, but I meant like for me for do this for me tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we can. Try to roll.
Well, at least now you can teleport to the bonfire there. So yay! No more having to go fast. I one fat bitch.
Usually the guy that beat Dark Souls without taking any damage.
I don't have that
I
vision.
feel like, yeah, I feel like that's like completely insanity. I'm like,
I've done
Well,
it
something
on
different.
one. I've done it on bosses just by instinct because I've either learned them or I go with a flow because that's how boss fights in these games are for me. If I'm not in that rhythm, I am getting my ass handed to me, which I can easily fuck up. But there is one boss in Dark Souls 2 that will literally have a separate death animation if you beat him with no damage, and I've done it, and it took not as long as I was expecting. But it required several restarts. But he commits suicide or seppuku, which is a Japanese samurai honor for being defeated in battle. They
yeah.
kill themselves. If you beat a boss in Dark Souls 2, he without taking damage, yeah. His name is Knight or Sir Alone. He's like the captain or knight of one of the lords of the game. And yeah, I've done it. So I mean,
Oh look,
that's it.
I just realized something. There's a ladder right here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen it. Other than that, like I've beaten bosses in general that I'm decent at with no damage, but like anything substantial, no. I've not beaten the whole game. Fuck, I've seen that, but hell no. I've seen people I know who stream like that like I guess close enough to like I don't know them like personally, but I like watch them regularly here and there and are a regular.
Yeah, that's me.
I see him like challenge run and speed run and constantly see him dying. I've know several Souls people throughout my community and their own that did challenge runs, and I don't know how they have patience for that. The only challenge I try on the regular, which isn't really just me doing a challenge, it's just fun, is to see how long I can go without dying.
Oh yeah.
Or holding on to my souls without losing them. Because if you lose your soul, if you die once, you lose your souls. And then if you die twice, you lose those souls permanently. Because if you die, your shit drops on the ground, and if you don't get that back in your next run, all that's gone. I've had over millions before and lost it all. But that wasn't.
How long you have to get into it?
No, as long as you don't die. No, as long as you don't die. You can literally die, leave the game, like turn the game off and never play it for another year, and come back as long as you never died after that. There is no actual time limit. And even if you play the game, you can run around, go and do other things, fight other bosses, as long as you don't beat the game or die. Because if you beat the game and go on New Game Plus, there goes your souls. But I don't know if anyone would do that. But yeah, as long as you don't die or go on New Game Plus, those souls are there forever. You can even quit the game. You can join other people's like co-op file, like how me and him are playing. Currently, he's in my world, which means none of his progression is active. So nothing on his end. We'll have to do this again for him. That's how Souls works. And it goes up to boss. Each boss is a checkpoint. So he can play as long as there's a boss that's alive in that area from the start of that area to said boss.
Gotcha.
Which we're at right now. Finally.
Kill him. Hit him with the chain.
Cutscene. Bro, you're one horn.
I know, I'm a horny
We lost
bitch.
the race.
I'm a one. I'm
Oh,
a.
you
I'm a
see
one.
that
I'm a
link?
one.
where speed fails.
In
Did
that
you see
link
that
was
link
the
I
way.
posted
This
in
place is
chat, earlier for that picture for Elliot?
Yes.
Hurry it up, damn wretch! Without your blood,
Yes,
we'll all suffer.
looks
Or
just
didn't
like.
you think about that when you ran off?
Right, who Elliot is? The one horned deer. So when you did that, that's why I posted that comment like, you remind me of Elliot from Oakland with the one horn.
Yeah, it does. I've never seen that movie, but yes, it does. Oh god, I remember this fight
Take him
Sort of.
somewhere safe. You will me for this.
now. There's a
There's
lot
one
of
I watched when I was a kid.
yeah,
Try
a lot of there's a lot of sexy women in this game. She has a giant tail dick. Jesus, I forgot how naked you were. Why do I care?
Where's he at?
Some of it. It
Really?
wasn't good enough for me to keep with it. No, I didn't even make it. I didn't even make it too far past the introduction. I didn't even make it too far past the introduction. I also know of its horrendous animation fall. I also know of it dropping in quality. Hmm?
Look at that show and just go Berlin. Just look up what Berlin looks like in that show. I think you would like it.
I don't have my anti-venom. Who am I looking at?
Berlin. The Seven Deadly Sins is not a guy.
She's cute. It's a dumb name for a girl. She's alright.
Well, she's a wizard. And
Yes.
Merlin is the wizard.
Her name doesn't have to be Merlin.
Oh, I know. It's just, I love her in the show because, like, all the time, it's like, hey. Yeah, do you work Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah, have someone I'm gonna be at work with.
Thought
Yeah,
everyone
because
was. I thought most people were working.
a lot of people are using PTO for the rest of
Well,
the year.
yeah, oh, yeah, well, yeah, I figured. Oh, well. I didn't put any time off input anyway, and I would have been too late anyway.
Bro, can you
I
just
knew,
imagine once it hits January, it's like, man, bro, I didn't see you until. How have you been?
yes, it's been a year. It's been a
Oh, at work.
year. I
At work,
miss
does
saying
any
that
of
to
your
everybody.
PTO actually roll over?
Does any what roll over?
PTO.
You lose it at the end of the year.
Oh, it doesn't roll over.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Oh, also a fun little fact. I don't know if you what's his name again, Larry?
No, Tyler.
Larry the Cable Guy. Larry, oh, come on, I was gonna say Larry the Cable Guy.
I mean, you can be if you want. Get her done.
No, because also another thing, give you a heads up. I don't know if you or your kids have a Switch, because you know on a Switch how you could get like what is it, 60 points for every new game that's available if it's still like brand new. Those points, how you could use them as like real currency in the eShop. Heads up, they expire in a year. So you haven't used them by the time like New Year runs around, they're gone.
That's hot.
Okay.
I,
Why
I
are there?
was
What
I
other
was
platforms did
heartbroken when
that?
that happened to me because I had like $10 saved up in those gold points.
What other gaming system did that kind of reward system? Was it Xbox?
Well, buy things.
No, like your reward points for like your achievements.
That's not for buying. That's just the game.
No, like way back in the day. I think it was like for Xbox 360. They used to have it that you could actually use your achievement points for stuff. So like, let's say if you had like 100K in achievement points, well, they actually had a thing where you could actually spend your achievement points
Yes.
for stuff.
360 did, yes.
So I thought so.
I remember doing a report on it in college. Ow.
Brings the death sucks.
I had two of it for one concert, so I couldn't do it. I just let it sit for like a week, and then it played for a bit, and I came back. My first Xbox was stolen. Second had red ring, and I'm on my slim. My third. I also have my original Xbox, which is also the original version of that I've never lost, so that's my very first one. And then I have this one. But I have every other PlayStation game. From all the PlayStation 1 to 5 to PSP, the only one I'm missing is the Vita.
No.
I think the PSP kind was like, yeah.
And anything else related that isn't any of those. Ow. Ow.
I wasn't a big fan of like the PSP.
It's good. I like the DS more just because Pokemon and Dragon Ball RPGs that it had on it. Because 3DS I'm combining with that. But PSP had PS Fantasy Star Universe, which is a game I didn't play that much of, but it was a big game that me and him played a lot. And
Yep.
it wasn't as fun for me as it was for him, but it had some really good games. I played more DS. I was more into DS side of stuff. But PSP was great. It just honestly it didn't hit its potential, unfortunately.
I know
It
the
had
PSP for me, that was my main console because back then I didn't have any, what was, no 360, no PS3,
Oh,
no
no,
nothing.
yeah,
I
and
just
I didn't
had
use it.
the PSP and a DS.
And I didn't use the PSP, so you just played mine till you had your own.
Yeah, because I remember you let me borrow it for a while, and then you forgot I had it, then you got a new one. Then you let me
Yeah.
keep the old one because it was already falling apart.
Yeah, that's how bad it is when I let people borrow things I forget too.
At least it has well worth its money and time played on it though.
Oh yeah, because like I hacked the PSP, so I have like I think like 8 memory cards of the PSP with a whole bunch of random games downloaded to it, and one of them has a whole bunch of Game Boy Advance, old school PlayStation 1 games, and a whole
I did
bunch of
that.
like Game Boy Color.
I did that to my Wii. Different process. It's called jailbreak. Total different thing.
Oh, yeah,
Similar,
jailbreak.
similar, but
It,
way
it was
different.
like pretty much yeah, like the PSP for me was my console because I had what is it GTA on it. I had GTA
Monster Hunter,
Livery Stories, yeah,
Fanister,
Monster Hunter,
yeah,
Fantasy Star,
you Project Diva.
fucking
Don't get me
Rock
started on
Band.
that.
Yep.
Don't
Oh,
get me started on your music games. Don't get me started on your rhythm games.
and then I
With
had fucking Soul Calibur on there. Fucking I think there was a yeah, Tekken I had it on there as well,
yeah,
and some Final Fantasy games.
get everything down there. I think.
And then I also loved how it had the internet radio. So I'll discover K-pop and he listens to the Japanese radio stations with the Wi-Fi.
Uh.
Some people forget how many features the PSP had, cause like it had, you could buy an accessory where you could watch TV through it.
Play it as a controller. and play your PSP games off the TV, off your PS3.
Also, we can't forget the hours clocked in a fucking third birthday.
Oh, I didn't play it as much as you, but yes. My first introduction to Parasite Eve. Well, I mean, I've heard of it. I just never played it till then. Then I played I've owned that. You know how long I've owned that game, and only played the first one. Like I played a bit of 2, but like I've owned that game on my PS3, and you've known that for years and never touched it. But like, yeah, Third Birthday was my first real introduction, and while it's definitely not the best game, and I still to this day haven't beat it, I enjoy it. And the amount of hours I put into for one damn naked shower scene, you barely see anything in. Yeah. Yes, I had that. There's a slight shower scene with said female character Aya, who is actually sexy. Let's just say Third Birthday is a game that lost property name rights. It was originally under the title Parasite Eve. However, character's likeness of Aya Brea, mainline character, is still in said game. Just name and franchise is not the same. Because they had to change up gameplay style and completely change up the story.
Copyright?
Because it was... Copyright, yeah, well, I don't really know the full extent, but it's a novel. Parasite Eve, it's a novel.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah, the actual Parasite Eve franchise is a novel. And they, Square Enix, yes, Final Fantasy creator, made Parasite Eve.
Yeah, it was like their answer to Resident Evil, considering the first one was more of a survivor horror with tank controls, and then the second one became more like action-like.
Yeah. Yes, the second one turned me off with that, but somehow Square lost any whatever, and they made a third entry in the franchise called Third Birthday. And it bombed, obviously, but it had RPG gun level up, Borderlands 1 level-esque mechanics that I really liked.
Yeah.
So if you chose like your combat rifle, like in Borderlands, you would level up that. You would have a shotgun, whatever, how many classes. I enjoyed it. You basically like weaken an enemy enough, and you can like phase their body and kill them. I like that kind of shit. Like that was cool. Aya's got some interesting abilities, but Parasite Eve was a fun, like, they call it active time, which is where it's a turn-based game, but it still has it's still like live-ish, so you got to be on your toes. It's kind of Resident Evil-ish, but with strategy. Because there's leveling, there's like different weapon types, and there's ammo types. You have to equip said ammo type too. You gotta time your attacks somewhat, and you gotta dodge you gotta dodge attacks. So it's it doesn't feel as gimmicky as Resident Evil's tank controls, but it's of that vein because of PS1 era. But the combat is honestly one of my favorites for a PS1 game. It's actually really good. I gotta really play 2 again and try it out because I know there's a lot of good things about it. People love that franchise. But yeah, it was
I think when it
it's
came
a
to Parasite Eve, the licensing for the use of the novels names and stuff right now, and I don't think they bothered to renew it, considering the I want to say Parasite Eve after the first game, it kind of like didn't meet their sale number quotas. I want to say.
Yeah, I can understand. I mean, I don't know where they were financially anyway. I mean, they were what? Because I know they're merged with 3 companies: Square, Enix, and Soft. So I don't know where they were financially at that point either.
Cause I know there's one game I want to bring back. I know people either love it or hate it, and I really enjoyed Final Fantasy 13.
I mean, it's not horrible. I don't know much about the story, but it's not horrible. The gameplay wasn't horrible. The combat is not bad. I enjoy the tree, whatever the fuck you want to call it, Crystarium, or
I
whatever. I enjoy that.
yeah.
I've always liked
I
skill
enjoyed the
tree
first
shit.
two. I wasn't a big fan of the third one with the time skipping and stuff.
No, time shit. I liked what I saw too with the Pokemon-esque monster mechanic shit. That's kind of why I liked World of Final Fantasy, the chibi shit, because it was like, ah, hey, it's got some Pokemon shit. Neat. You actually use them in battle. Neat. And you have to like, and you actually stack with them like you in World of Final Fantasy. Like you put yourself on them for different stat sets. Ow, how, my god, one combo nearly killed me. Fuck your ass. Ow. Oh, great, I'm poisoned. I really need to I have a, I know I have antivenom somewhere. But I'm dead. I'm already dead, dude.
No.
Holy crap, that was the worst fight I've had. I know I can beat this, like, damn.
Hopefully this doesn't become as bad as the fuck, what's that dragon's name again from Dark Souls 3?
Dear.
Yeah, I will never forget the moment of relief and disbelief, like, finally, we beat him!
butts and nuts. I have to be ready.
Oh man, why can't Elder Ring like this?
Crabs. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Who are
Raping
we
a
now?
poison bitch.
How dare the poison bitch. How dare that bitch.
Out, bitch.
Oh my god. Oh. Gave me. I was trying to get my souls back. She was like not letting me have it, but I got them. That's what damaged
Nice.
me though. I just got to get him again, but I still saved him. See, Tyler, that's what I mean by getting your souls. Like, I got them, but I died again. So they're saved, but not saved.
Save
As long
at
as I
what cost?
As long as I get them again, I can die again, fine. Oh, and it's 10k, by the way, that I have. It's not, it's not a small, oh, I did. I didn't use all my shit. I did way more than I did more than level. I boosted.
What's level are you at now?
Well, I also bought a lot of my skills. I'm also level 18.
Nice, nice.
I also got a lot of skills. I just need to master some of them.
Yeah. I did the opposite. I only got the skills for Berserker, and my level's at 27.
I don't use every skill. I got my buffs and what damage increase stuff. Like, I wanted, but I also leveled a shit ton. But I had more souls than I expected, and I also popped a bunch of souls. You get a lot of consumable souls in this game. I got another lost shard. That's 100 fucking souls right there. That's just a small one. Why is that 100? That's a lot. Early game. Sort of. I forgot how fun Code Vein is. Even though I'm in the first area. I like my weird demon deer queen. Don't forget she's a queen. She's got that crown.
I'm just surprised by like how tanky she is.
Oh yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That's my first time co-op, yeah. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, it took me a bit, but to be fair, she isn't as hard as I thought she'd be. But yeah, she's definitely tankier, I'll give you that. I'm more worried on, there's a pole dancer boss-esque fight. I'm more worried about that fight. I know the boss I was stuck on in my personal file, I hope we don't have trouble. Oh, don't parry me! Thank you. This is a barrier for you and me. Buff. Souls. Poison. Spit poison. Tailspin. Ow. Oh my god, I fucking attacked too much. Thank you, Irving, you saved me.
What'd I do?
You hit her and stunned her. She was about to hit
Oh,
me.
I was trying to avoid that.
She already fucked me out of heals. Okay. Got some good damage.
I'm dead. The poison got me.
Oh. Fucker! Distracted me with a poison bullet.
Alright, bro, you still fighting the boss? Or did you die?
Fight some enemies. Damn it, don't parry me! God! I was trying to just... I'm gonna need to heal. I'm gonna need to heal. Fortunately, so I'll call you back in a sec. I was just trying to master a skill if I was able. No, I wasn't quite able. Alright, let me re-invite you then. At least that'll give me some more points towards the couple skills. And then I can learn some more skills and have some other, hopefully, buffs and what crap. Whenever you're ready.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah. Hiya.
You can hear my TV?
Sort of. So.
Alright, going to your world. Ooh, my HP is no longer that much. I'm at 1,571. Awesome.
Your HP.
Oh, I wish.
Well, at least I mastered 3 of my skills. Fuck you for your shield, you nutcase. Fuck your ass, too. I love how stuttery this game gets when you fucking backstab. You're just like 2 frames a second. When I see you moving around when I butt stab people. And your weapon, your tail's all like jittery as shit. Your sexy robo tail. Come guzzling. Oh, don't inflict cum on me. Yeah, I'm nowhere near that. That's better. Making mistakes. Yeah, I did not know at all. That entire stun, I was like not knowing what she was gonna do. Yeah, that was a bad round. I'm not. Yeah, I'm just not picking up this game's tempo here.
It's all good. Today's running what, our first day of this? It kind of sucks they never made a second Cold Vein. I think this game did sell pretty well, right?
I didn't look, but I would hope so. The story isn't really all that bad. From what I remember of it, not that I do. It's like another Bloodborne, because they're all dependent on blood. Blood.
Yep.
And it's kind of funny that Bloodborne literally is lore is everyone got addicted to blood, drinking blood, and transformed into weird furry monsters or aliens. It's actually the whole game is like a premise on the knowledge and truth of the universe is a bad thing. The people of Yharnam and Bloodborne, they essentially learned too much, found alien beings or a, whatever advanced civilization underground, and went mad with their wanted power. That's literally it. They drank blood. They didn't know what's gonna happen. And then like gods and shit like that, the whole gods with the final boss and all that. It's like fucking. I was not expecting Bloodborne to try to get kind of weird like that, but it's like Souls is pretty deep if you actually tend to look into the lore of it all. It's kind of why I like that it's not told you straight up. Hence why it's lore. I mean, that's why I like Resident Evil, like collecting and figuring out what the fuck happened, rather than the game straight up telling me, because I'll just forget. I mean, not that I won't, but I actually like that style of learning better than cutscenes nowadays sometimes. Some cutscenes are a little long. Not only that, some cutscenes really just kind of... Final Fantasy VII's Rebirth's cutscenes, some of them just kind of bored me after a while. I'm just like, alright. Whenever you're ready to...
Alright, give me a quick moment, 'cause I'm looking at... Alright. Let me, join your world. Let's fuck shit up.
Oh, planning on that. I'm just selecting abilities I need to master. I should have some. I thought I did. There's that. Oh, hello. Great.
I'm dead.
Let's see if I can do a better round on that one. I wanna try and cast this or get this fucking. I don't need to use venom on her, but I want to be able to get binding on her. Giggity. I want to bind her.
Would it work on her considering she's a
Oh,
boss
yeah.
character?
Well, yeah, bosses can still be affected by certain elements, yeah. As long as they're not resistant. And it worked, I saw it pop up. I just gotta get her with it. I just gotta hit her with it enough. Yep. All bosses can be, well, I'm sure there's maybe a boss that may be resistant to everything, but there are bosses have elemental weaknesses. Several can be poisoned, or maybe not her specifically, but several can be poisoned. She could be slowed. I've seen it pop up, which is awesome. So I just gotta hit her enough times with it. And then it'll cast on her. Just like how it shows you when you're being hit by it, which is a real nice thing in Souls that I liked. Teleport to my anus. Or Uranus. So
Alright, you all set?
oh yeah.
I was just buying the rest of the skills from the Berserker thing.
Oh yeah. Are you a skill? Give me all your shards and swords. Come on, what the hell? I'm already dead. I kept hitting the wrong one. I kept
It's
turning
like,
around.
bruh, no.
Yeah. My character just kept like turning in the wrong direction. buff. What am I doing? Not deploy this unit, am I? Nice. Get my effect off. My control off before I can take effect. Bitch.
Oh, she fucked me.
Cool. I got her with it though. It significantly slows her. Not for long. Come on. Come in there.
Oh, good. What do you want to upgrade? Which blood veil do you want to upgrade? Which weapon do you want to transform?
Hey,
I've got new buying something?
oh, I've been looking for this. Thanks. You're out.
Okay, take. Thanks to everyone. What do you want to upgrade?
I'm gonna get off. Yeah, we could play tomorrow or whatever.
All right. We will beat this boss.
Have a good night, everybody. Let's raid out. Let's raid 3 with Marvel Rivals, whatever that is. But have a good one and enjoy Three Legs. He's a
Oh,
good
it's
streamer.
the new. It's kind of like Overwatch, but with Marvel characters.
Ah, that's neat. Definitely up his alley.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, then night night. And play with you tomorrow.
Have a good one, everybody. Enjoy Three Legs. He's an amazing streamer. Kick some ass, squat up, and take some names. Take care, Cloud. Thank you for being here.